So, the FJ Cruiser. The FJ Cruiser has a beats out the 4Runner by its shorter wheelbase and better approach angle, the H-rack, the lock and rear diff, yeah, I could fit 2 toddlers in the back easy, no problem. It's not even an inconvenience. It has the doors open wide open. So yeah, everything considered. The off-road ability, the price, the styling, the ability to fit my family, all contributed to me wanting to buy the FJ Cruiser. So with that said, I want to showcase a few features, a few upgrades I did, and explain why I chose those upgrades as opposed to other ones. Alright, so one of the first upgrades I got to my truck was the rock slider. I wanted some extra protection for the rocker panel and the ability to bolt to the frame, to have enough strength to be able to like lift my truck up with a jack stand, or say I roll up on a tree stump, it's not going to just smash into the rocker panel. It'll actually lift up the whole truck and support it. So with those factors in mind, it narrowed it down to, you know, true rock sliders. And the reason I bought the white knuckle off-road rock slider is basically came down to the styling. I really like how it's not just like a round piece where it kicks out. I like the edges on it, how it comes out. And at the very end of each side of the boxed in inner bar, how it's notched up. I really like that. It's beefy enough for sure. Solid welds, American made company. Check that out. I love how it's notched like that. No one else is doing that. And for the FJ, it just bolts right into holes in the frame, which I love. I actually preferred that over the U-clamps. And each one of these is gusseted. It's got a nice fat gusset right here. So these things are super strong. Look at those welds. You know, that's a weld of a craftsman that takes pride in their work. So white knuckle off-road rock slider. I recommend them over everyone else. Another thing I was considering when purchasing this rock slider is if it stuck out far enough to be able to protect the door from anybody like in a parking lot. So it definitely had to be mall crawler approved. And as you can see right here, it does. That's where somebody's door would stop if they slammed it and tried to slam it into yours, and it would be protected. Right, and this kicks out just enough to throw anything out of the way until the wheel takes over the job. It's made in the USA by craftsmen that take pride in their work. I highly recommend it. The white knuckle off-road rock slider for the FJ Cruiser. Another upgrade I did was the Westcott design spare tire, full-size spare tire relocation kit. The reason I did this is so one, I could fit my 35-inch spare tire, and well, because I'm not going to get an upgraded bumper anytime soon, this was the best method to get a full-size 35-inch spare on here. And I'll show you right now, the biggest thing I was worried about is clearance for the window. The window clears. There you have it. Alright, there's a couple things to consider when you install this spare tire relocation kit. If you have a backup camera, like I do, you're gonna have to cut off the welds of the backup camera bracket from this piece, right? It's got 3 welds on it, and I did it with my Dremel, and filed it smooth with a file, and then I painted it over with semi-gloss black paint. Right, and the next thing is when you're putting the bracket onto these 3 bolts, it's gonna seem like it might not fit, especially with these washers. If you notice right on this washer how it's kind of held up by the weld, ideally you will file a flat piece on the washer before you install it. If I ever take it off, I'll get that done. So I definitely highly recommend the Westcott Designs full-size spare tire relocation kit.